The presenting sponsor of Real VC is iGUIDE. Fast and accurate 3D tours. Find out more information at upmarket.media/iGUIDE. Coming to you from the Upmarket studio in beautiful San Buenaventura, California, this is Real VC, a podcast all about Ventura County real estate. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Upmarket Media. Katie Connolly, also here, co-host, former Realtor of the Year at Coldwell Banker Realty. Yeah. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
We haven't really talked about that much. And then, of course, I think in the running for Podcast Producer of the Year, Ventura County, Molly Peart, also here.
Please stop. Thank you.
Okay, I will stop. You do not need to be here. But let's Katie, I'm excited about this episode.
I'm excited too.
Okay. Well, and I forgot to ask how to pronounce her name, so I'm going to guess, and we'll see if I get it right. So Cassidy Hiepler of Sotheby's International Realty.
Close.
Hiepler.
Yes, that's it.
Hiepler.
Hip,
Okay.
hip, hooray.
Oh,
My
hip.
license plate is actually hip, hip.
Hip.
That's great.
Hip. Oh,
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
love that.
So
Well,
happy to
welcome.
be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, so here's the. Let's just. I like to put it all on the table.
Let's do it.
You're an influencer. You are a localized influencer, right? So
Maybe a micro influencer.
well,
at best.
yeah, let's be honest. Well, but if you segment it into you're really localized for Ventura County. So where your sphere of influence is actually Ventura County. So it's the content you're making is not supposed to be popular in North Carolina.
Right.
You're really looking for this local audience. And I think you are in real estate. So I'm guessing it kind of plays into a play of being a local influencer. And then, also, by the way, I could sell you a house.
Yeah.
So how are you wielding your power right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, it definitely goes hand in hand, and being in the real estate world and everything is so localized to
Right.
Service Greater Ventura County. It's a big map. Okay.
Yeah.
We have over 800,000 people living here. So how can I reach as many people as possible? And one of the easiest ways to do that these days is social media. I actually really enjoy editing reels and posting videos and coming up with ideas, coming up with that content. And it's kind of been a thing that I've really tried to channel in this last year, just honing in on my market and actually teaching the algorithm. We have to do it these days. And the algorithm's always changing on Instagram. That's where I post pretty much the most. I really don't do anything on Facebook besides Facebook Marketplace, honestly.
We love Marketplace.
Exactly. So many good finds here. But just training the algorithm to start showing my content to the people here in Ventura County. And it takes a while. It really does. At first, I was like, oh, this is so much work. And why am I doing this? But now I'm starting to finally see all that work come to fruition and actually starting to get leads from it, clients and things like that.
Right. Well, I think, us as a media company and, providing mostly real estate media, we're asked all the time, I really need to do something with my social media. I need to, and it's so hard for everyone. I mean, it's so hard even for us as a media company. We had to hire Molly, who's also our social media manager, in addition to producing this podcast. We couldn't even produce content, and we all have cameras and we all have the ability.
We're busy,
and I think realtors are then even more in a disadvantage because they don't have the technical skills, and so I think they've been at a loss. And what I always tell people is no matter what you do on your social media, it just needs to be authentic.
Right.
And it seems like I already sense that from you. I've sensed it from your content. It's you authentically like doing that stuff.
Yeah,
you
I do.
authentically like being out in Ventura
I do.
County.
And it's interesting that you say that because in a world where AI is taking over, all the time I'll have my mom DM me something on Instagram and it's this is gorgeous somewhere that looks like somewhere in Europe. It's magical. And I'm she's I want to go here. Let's go on a vacation next summer. I'm Mom, that's not real. It's AI. And she's how can you tell?
Oh, your mom is such a boomer.
And so we're in a world where we're wait, is that real? Is that how do we know? And so I've actually heard lately just on social media trends that just being authentic and getting on camera, being casual, stop editing, stop doing the filters, just be you. People are craving that these days. It's actually easier to do that than, upload things through 5, 6, 7 programs to post it.
That's
People
true.
like that imperfection. It's so much more relatable.
Well, yeah, we were just, Molly and I were just in Canada at a real estate media conference. And one of the people there who was doing some really cool video content in Toronto, was talking about how he, at the beginning of every single video he does, he flashes a little bit of behind the scenes footage.
Yeah.
And it's that behind the scenes footage that lets the viewer know, oh, this is actually a real thing.
Right.
This is not computer generated. This is not whatever. And that's like the key to his engagement, is letting people know that it's real. And I think, and this goes back even a couple of years, even before, like, I think the rise of all this generative AI, of when I started noticing a lot of people, the production value of their stuff was going down a little. Like they wouldn't pin a mic under their shirt. They would just hold a mic and it's corded, right?
Yeah.
And so, but that's like, oh no, I don't care. I'm authentic. This is just me, right? And
Exactly.
so that kind of content started to resonate more. And so what are you doing in your content really to kind of project that you are being authentic, other than,
Right.
just being yourself on camera?
Right. I mean, in our world, being agents, every day is different. And I really try to hone in on that. We're constantly at inspections, photography stuff. Some days I don't have much going on. It's constantly changing. Some days I'm like so slammed with a million things. And I just try to showcase that. Sometimes it's hard because you're so busy, you almost forget, like, oh, pull out your phone and just pause for a video.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
problem.
I look crazy. I'm
never do it.
sweating.
Yeah.
I'm putting out a million open house signs. Like, I don't want to show everybody that I look like this. But
Smash my finger.
Oh my gosh, it's literally black and blue.
Yeah, picking up an open house sign.
Yeah, the struggle, right? And so just showing that local content. And like we said earlier, it's not even the just solds and just listeds. And it's pretty. And I think originally I was posting it more just to validate myself. Like, oh, guys, look, like I sold a house. I feel so good about myself. Like, I'm real, I'm authentic, I'm selling. But that content doesn't go very far. As you guys know, it's the local restaurants. The one I just posted about this morning about Shoebies in Camarillo on Ventura Boulevard. Like, that's going to do really well because it's local. It's feeding people something that they actually want and they actually crave. No one really cares about the house that just sold 2 or 3 miles for them. Maybe the house next door, sure.
Yeah. And I think, and trust me, we produce those.
Right.
It's just sold things, but I think there is importance in that, but it as a element to what you're doing, right?
Absolutely.
So I think having all that local content and then making sure you do also put that just sold, so everyone is reminded that you're a realtor. But if that's the backbone of your marketing, and I have so many people who's like, oh well, I want to do a just sold post and I want it to go viral.
Right.
Like,
it's not.
okay,
Good luck.
that's not going to happen.
Yeah. There's a ratio for it for sure. And I always try to post more local content, like, parks, restaurants always do really well, things like that. Every once in a while I'll post like a really cool house. I just posted about one in Santa Rosa Valley, like gorgeous equestrian house. And it did pop off because it's a pretty house to look at.
Right.
And it was a reel. So there's just things that do really
like
well and
a
some that don't.
super old school real estate technique that they've taught for years is like be a neighborhood expert. And so you can be a neighborhood expert and you can pass out your flyers and know all the neighbors like we've had people talk about on the show. Or you can be like a local expert like you in this digital world where you're reaching more people because you're like, yeah, I'm an expert. Like I tried this stuff. It's really good. I went to this park. It's really good.
Right.
So yeah, it's like neighborhood expert 2.0.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But you are seeing results ultimately, right? Because I think, and for you, you're going to be able to monetize, the influencer stuff on its own, I'm sure, if you're not already. But then also it's going to feed
by free
into
food.
Yeah.
Which is my love language.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, with prices these days, free food is sure is
so true.
You're making money.
My husband and I had
right?
a great meal last night, like so much food. And I was like, wow, all this is free? That's the best.
Yeah,
it's like the same gratification as like a closing check. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, nothing's free. You did have to work for it.
Yeah, but I do enjoy posting and, just letting people know the new pop-in place in Camarillo, Ventura
Okay,
County.
but are you disclosing you got free food?
No.
I mean,
not on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe we need to adjust my caption.
Yeah.
#ad.
Yeah, you probably should actually.
Probably should.
Yeah. Or just say, oh, they were so nice to treat us to it. Yeah. Because I don't know if you can get in trouble for that, but it seems.
I don't know. I didn't think I could, but maybe you're making me second guess myself now.
Well, we all, but the thing is, I know because we have other podcasts and we have ads on this, and we always want to make sure that, and we've been flagged for content before of like, hey, this seems like it's a paid partnership.
Totally.
And then you're like, it is. and so then you need to label it that way.
Yeah.
So, I don't want you to get banned on Instagram.
That would be horrible.
It would be. Yeah, it would be.
I think I mean, we've talked about this in other episodes before too, that it's so easy to talk real estate when your peers or you're at a family barbecue and people are like, oh, you're in real estate. Like, let's talk about houses. But you knowing all those local spots, it seems like it's easier to like have an authentic conversation off social media
organic,
when you're talking to your clients and people that are potentially moving to Camarillo or wherever in the county. And you're like, oh yeah, I just tried out XYZ. And they're like, oh, I want to try that place out. And then that's where the conversation begins. And
it's so natural. And too, I just turned 27. Like I'm still super young to be in this business. A lot of my peers, a lot of people I went to high school with, college with, like they're not buying homes yet. Most of my friends are constantly switching careers, moving out of state, coming back, all over the place.
Yeah.
It'll happen soon. Like my Instagram feed right now is flooded with weddings, baby announcements, gender reveals, people running marathons, engagements, like back to back to back. So those are big stages of life, right? And so this is a way I can still connect with those people through social media. And down the line, I'm hoping that they'll remember like, oh, I've been seeing Cassidy's content for the last couple of years. Like, let's reach out to her.
Yeah.
So
it's time to buy a house.
It's time to buy a house. Yes. Exactly.
Right. Well, they have to figure out the money part. So, and we've talked about, kind of a through line this season of the show is affordability. And we've had some younger people on. And just of like how's that looking for people in your generation? I mean, what are you seeing? Because, it's hard. It's hard for anyone to buy a house in Ventura County. And then especially younger people, we've had basically realtors come on here and just point blank say, well, if your parents can help you out or your grandparents can help you out with the down payment, it's possible. And I'm like, okay, we got any other solutions for most people?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you're bringing that up. Of course, affordability is an issue all over the country, right? Yeah. Especially here in Ventura County. But like we also live in the Golden State. Like we're in Southern California, we're in Ventura County. People are dying to own a piece of Ventura County dirt, Southern California dirt, like supply and demand. Everyone wants to be here. And if they end up moving, the odds are they might come back. Right. It's just such a desirable place to live. So of course it's going to be expensive. Honestly, I hear people say all the time, oh, it's so unaffordable. What are we going to do? Like, well, have you even gotten pre-approved yet? Are you really starting the conversation? And most of the time they're like, oh, what's that? What's a pre-approval? So it's like, well, you don't even really know what you can afford. Right. So I always try to encourage people and just really educate them. Like that's the first step. And yes, does it help receiving gift funds? And are there a lot of people out here that are affluent?
Does it help? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm working with a few first-time home buyers right now who just, have been working consistently, paid off loans, any debt, things like that. And they're able to get, something here in Ventura County. It might not be right along the coast or it might not be in their favorite neighborhood, but they know that owning is better than renting. I don't know if you guys have seen that video by Robert Herjavec, Shark Tank, love him. And somebody had asked him, like, if you only had $100,000 left to your name, what would you do? Shark Tank billionaire, love him. And he's like, I would invest in real estate. Yeah. I think that's so powerful.
Right.
So it's so important.
I should get 100,000 in my name. And then I'll invest in real estate.
Let's do it.
And then you'll be ready.
Right in Ojai.
Then I'll be ready. Yeah. Oh yeah. 100,000? No problem. I'll just buy something in Ojai. It'll be great.
I love that.
Yeah. So, Molly and I were just in Canada and we had the lucky opportunity to visit our sponsor, iGUIDE, in person, their headquarters. And I can say without a doubt, we both walked out of there knowing that we are in love with iGUIDE. And iGUIDE is such a great tool for realtors to have access to. And so I basically, we scan the whole property, we make a 3D tour, accurate floor plans, so many elements that you can do. Also, there are site plans where we can actually scan the entire property and get a site plan for where everything on that property is located, where that guest house is, the pool or the trees. Really such fantastic tools that you can use to enhance your listing. And not only is it accurate, it is platform agnostic. You can show iGUIDEs on the MLS. They show up on Zillow, they show up on homes.com. Not every other 3D tour can say that without a doubt. So if you want more information, check it out at upmarket.media/iGUIDE. In addition to influence, you are working as a realtor. Are you working with buyers, sellers? I mean, what's kind of your
both? Yeah, both. I mean, I've been in the business since I started as an assistant in 2020. Got licensed in 2021.
You're young, but you've been doing it a long time.
Yeah. I started in college, kind of right during the pandemic when things got crazy.
Well, yeah.
And I was at USC and worked for a broker over there and eventually made my way back home. I would say probably about 50-50 listings, buyers. Of course, a lot of agents think listings are the name of the game, which they can be, just to really promote yourself, your marketing, your signs out front, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
but right
buyers
are
rewarding. Buyers are rewarding. Really rewarding.
Yes, absolutely.
I prefer listings.
Of course you do.
Well, because I like making money.
A lot of my business with listings comes in property prep, and I'm sure Katie, you can relate to this too. Just really walking your clients through that process of here's what we need to do to get your house dialed in. That way I can bring Reed in. No, the house looks spectacular. There's nothing else we would change, because if you spend so much more time focusing on those things, whether it's, paint, doing pre-inspections, little things here and there, window washing, pressure washing, some light staging, we will spend so much less time on market. The pictures will turn out beautiful. We get so many people through the door in the first 2 weeks. Like, that is so, so important. I know it can be expensive, but I really try to hone in on minimal changes for maximum impact when it comes to dollar amount.
I think I'm going to cry. That was so beautiful.
You can.
That was so beautiful.
I'll be the first agent to make you cry on the podcast.
You're like the ideal upmarket media agent.
I cry on my other podcast.
And
I don't
I'm
cry
always
on this
there.
one.
Every single shoot, I am there. I am a perfectionist. I want to make sure you get all the angles, all the right shots.
Yeah, this I'm not loving as much.
I know that you're the expert, but if the pillow's a little crooked, or if the towels in the kitchen, the dish towels hanging all weird, like, I want to fix that. We can't edit things like we used to. Mm-hmm. We have to disclose everything these days. Yeah. So it has to be perfect on the first try.
Well, if the towel's not straight, you can fix the towel. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I know what we have to disclose, but it's no big deal. There's a little watermark down there. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
And we have to post the before picture before. So
well, it just has to be. Well, here's the thing. We have talked about it on this show. I talk about it on my other show all the time, but you just have to. The other pictures have to be available. They don't have to be right next door. They just have to have.
That's a good point.
Yeah. They just like, you can have like a link to another page as long as they're just accessible. Yeah. So for the before and
Truth
afters.
in advertising.
Yeah, no, and I trust we're all for it. I mean, and we see some of the stuff that's coming out, and like all this, kind of the AI photo to video stuff is like, I would not do that if I were you. You are going to get in a lot of trouble for that. There's going to be a lawsuit, and I don't want to be involved in it.
Don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. So disclose.
Right.
So,
I heard that. I'm sure you guys have heard that one story where these buyers purchased the home, and the main picture of this house was like the gorgeous sun setting in the back, and they ended up purchasing the home, and the sun doesn't even set in that direction. Yeah. Lawsuit. And I was like, that's crazy. But don't Photoshop the sun when the sun sets
sky
over
replacements go. So I think virtual twilights you have to disclose, but sky replacements you don't have to disclose. And basically, I would say at this point in real estate photos, probably 90% of photos have the sky replaced, just because it just kind of automatically happens. And but when you put in those sunset skies, that's a little bit different, because and what we've always what I've said in my mind is like, well, I know the sun doesn't set there, but it could be sunrise, like
6 a.m. pictures.
Yeah, and that does happen. I mean, we have shot sunrise photos before, so you just don't know. But obviously, if it's north, the sun's not going to be in the north. So yeah.
And in California, we have that May gray and June gloom, which other people in the country have no idea what that is. Yeah. But it's, even coming here today, I was headed towards the beach, and it was just like that gray kind of overcast over the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. And we always have to be careful of that though, too, because what happens, the biggest thing for us is when we're doing sky replacements, and there's weather events here. And when there's clouds that are over the hills, and then there's clouds that are obscuring the islands. Well, when an editor who doesn't live here does a sky replacement, great. And then all of a sudden, wait, there's just a flat horizon. There's islands there, or there's hills there. So the hills will get cut off. So you really have to there's a little bit of an art to it where you have to just do a gradation of it. So you can have the clouds down there still. So it's very tricky.
Very tricky. That's why you're the pro.
It's true. So Cassidy, I feel so you're influencing, right? So, but are you afraid to take like controversial stances? I mean, I feel like your Instagram is very like happy, right? But
who would want a sad Instagram?
Not sad, but controversial.
I want to appeal to the masses, but every once in a while, they call it rage bait these days. You'll say something crazy.
Okay,
I haven't really tried that approach.
Well, let's try it right now.
Oh boy.
Okay, but you live in Camarillo, and I know you grew up in TO, so you're not hanging out in Ventura as much. But this is something I think there's debates happening in multiple communities, or probably around the country about this. Is what happened in COVID is a lot of main streets got closed down, right?
Yeah.
And they say, we're going to close it down. No more cars. Restaurants have all their outside seating. It was a way to keep people in business. It was a lifesaver, right? And but there's been this ongoing debate in Ventura, and I think to a lesser extent in Santa Barbara. I think people are bitching about it up there too. But there's a huge segment of people open Main Street back up to cars, and then there's a whole bunch of people who are like, we actually enjoy a walkable downtown. And it was finally decided permanently they're going to keep Main Street closed here, and now there's this resurgence of people. Business, supposedly all these business owners downtown banding together to try to get them to change their minds. And so I was like, I feel like this has been debated for 5 years. It finally got settled, and now it's all of a sudden being debated again. Where do you stand on the issue?
Ooh, asking me verbatim. I always enjoy walkability.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It kind of gives us that small town feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, they're doing a whole resurgence to Teal Boulevard up in Thousand Oaks. And a lot of that is going to be no cars allowed. They want people out, walking, talking, meeting each other. I think it helps with socialization, of course, safety too. But, I don't mind getting out and walking, especially when the weather here is so great.
Yeah. And it just used to be such a thing, right? Like the 3rd Street Promenade has never been open to cars. Right. Santa Barbara, I mean, even like downtown Disney, like these are people just go and walk. So it should make sense that it works here. It sucks that it didn't.
And I think the issue in Ventura is like so many American cities is like it wasn't designed for that. And so the street, like the main street is actually too wide. So and then it's also sloped. And when they did it, there was no master plan. It was just like done. And so what I think though, my understanding is that with this new plan where they say, we're going to close it permanently. Well, great. Now they can install permanent cool things that are going to help. They can landscape it more. They can really change it. So I think as it is now, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing stroll you can ever take.
They have to make it Instagrammable.
Instagrammable, yeah.
They do.
Well, and then the other thing is like we're all able-bodied, really healthy, fit, handsome people. And it's no problem for us to walk down the street, but a lot of people can't do that. Right. So there are accessibility issues. And I have heard that for people with issues, it is harder to get to some of those businesses now. And so, but I think when you are able to do it permanently, you can build in those accessibility options for people. So to me, I'm pretty firmly on keep it closed, but make it better. Right.
Right.
Like I think
absolutely.
As it is now.
We're all for making Ventura County better and better and better.
Yeah. As it is now, no, I don't think it's so great, but I think it has the potential to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I just know lifestyle wise, I just think we're happier when we actually are just out in the community walking around. It's why every time an American goes to Europe, they're like, oh my God, it's so different there. And it's like, it's just, I walked around and I live downtown Ojai and it's like, it's so beautiful just to be able to walk 2 blocks and I'm right to whatever restaurant I want to go to. And it's like, I feel like so fortunate, right? And so I want other people to have that too. So
the desirability of Ventura County.
Yeah.
Totally. I think we're seeing it more and more. I think it's getting to be more and more popular. People wanting that mixed use, that retail on the bottom and residential on top. I mean, it's just convenient.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I remember we lived above a Trader Joe's. We lived above a Target, a bunch of great restaurants. It was the best.
Yeah.
Go down the elevator and pop by, grab some snacks at Trader Joe's, then go back upstairs.
Yeah.
It's so easy, just convenience.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Well, so you're out and about, in these neighborhoods, all over Ventura County. Can you talk about some of your like favorites?
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, good.
Okay, so my new favorite, hands down, is Neighborly in Westlake Village. It is the best thing to happen to Westlake, you guys.
Okay, what is this?
Neighborly?
My gosh. So it's actually the first ever location. We got a location before Brentwood did, which I feel like is a big deal for Ventura County.
Sure, wow.
Come on. So it's actually a combination of many restaurants. A lot of them are local. So like Social Monk, Gabby's is amazing. There's a kebab restaurant, Mini Kebab is in there.
Okay. So it's like a food court.
It's a fast casual.
Okay.
It's like a food court, but it's all in one. So everyone orders at the same place. But everything there is delicious.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And like a little bit on the healthier side if you want to be. There's also like a Swedish candy bar in there too.
All right.
But I would say Neighborly, if Ventura could get a Neighborly, that would be game over for me. So good.
Oxnard has the annex at the collection.
Yeah.
The annex, but Neighborly's tiny.
It's
small.
Yeah.
It's like one little restaurant and there's this giant screen and you order from any of the 5.
Wow.
So it's good.
All right.
So it's like that argument's done. Like you want this and I want this, and we can just go
exactly.
To one place.
It's a perfect go-to.
It's like the Cheesecake Factory.
Well,
it has
the
everything.
cheesecake, but like 10 times better.
Oh,
everything's so good.
Yeah, what's not 10 times better than Cheesecake Factory?
I don't know. As a kid, I loved Cheesecake Factory. The Oaks Mall Cheesecake Factory with your mom on a weekday, that was like the best.
Oh, okay, all right. I never did that. So, okay. Well, what else? Okay.
I love Mother's in Ventura.
Yeah,
My husband and I went there a couple weeks ago.
Our old
so
neighbor,
good. Yeah. Great dinner spot. They have great churros. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We just went to. Oh my gosh. Again, I keep wanting to call it Shaboozies.
Yeah.
Shoobies. Old Town, Camarillo, just opened last week. That's a great burger. Especially, I grew up in Thousand Oaks. It seems like there's a little bit more food options out there than Camarillo. I always felt like it was like 10 years behind TO Westlake as far as restaurants go. So we don't really have many. I love Camarillo. We're so happy. We are so happy. But would love some more go-to restaurant spots. So Shoobies is delicious, like classic smash burger. It's like when the beef is like spilling over the bun. Oh my gosh, so good. Wow, yeah. Great fries.
Describe it in more detail, please.
Such good fries. Milkshakes are all with Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Really high quality ingredients and at a really affordable price point.
Right.
So
especially for you.
Especially for me, yeah. That made me super happy. I recently did a collab. It was so funny. My dad's like, "Do you want to do a collab with Sharky's?" Because they had reached out to me. You guys, I grew up on Sharky's.
I love Sharky's.
Oh my gosh, Sharky's is my go-to, especially when you're busy at work and need to pop by for lunch.
Yes.
Sharky's is a go-to. We have a lot of good spots out here in Ventura County. It's growing. It's getting better, but
I don't think I've met a salsa bar that I don't like though. Sharky's has an amazing salsa bar.
Their chips are so good.
And catering, they're great. We order them for catering a lot too, Sharky's.
All right, good. All right.
Yeah.
Next time we do a brokerage presentation,
I was going to say
a
broker open. I recently did breakfast burritos. I think they were from Sharky's. And then a Mother's gift card for agents.
Oh, yeah, nice.
People were smashing the door down.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get agents to show up. Good food and a gift card.
Nice.
Well, what about coffee? Because there's so many coffee shops opening up everywhere over Ventura County, especially like hipster influency types. What are your favorites?
So I actually don't drink coffee at all, which I know is kind of crazy. Not a coffee drinker, but
me neither.
Good for you.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy popping into a coffee shop to work, right?
Yeah.
So McKenna Coffee, there's one at the outlets now in Camarillo. I go there quite frequently. I actually posted something on Instagram where I did like Camarillo date night, and it was during the holidays where you go to McKenna Coffee, get a hot chocolate or whatever sugary drink you want from there. And then you would go see the Christmas lights over on Candy Cane Lane. Gemini.
Yes.
Exactly. That popped off so much. McKenna Coffee is great.
We're also getting one of those in Oxnard too on Vineyard.
They're popping up kind of everywhere.
Yes. Oh, okay.
It's like kind of cool, trendy. There's like neon signs, colorful.
Mm-hmm. It's Hawaiian, right?
It's Hawaiian. They have a big variety of like smoothies, drinks, good croissants. I just had a croissant there last week.
Okay.
So lots of good options. I'm trying to think what other coffee shop. Prospect is, of course, always a favorite. I've met many clients at Prospect, but I'm not a super big coffee connoisseur. So I can't speak to like, oh, how good is the roast
so you're
and
going
stuff
on,
like
you're
that.
going on vibes, right?
I'm going on vibes. What's
the most Instagrammable coffee shop?
Ooh, I know.
Ooh, tell me.
Honey Cup.
Honey Cup is great. Mm-hmm. The Honey Cup on Teal Boulevard right next to Tarantula Hill.
That's a good one.
Super cute.
The one at Wagon Wheel, super cute too.
Totally.
My friend did the interior design on that one.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
And I like an iced chai. I could do an iced chai.
I like
what about La La Land?
Love La La Land. I don't think we have. There's one at the Promenade, which I know is a little bit further away than where we are in Westlake. Is there a La La Land out here in
Is there one
Ventura?
in Thousand Oaks? Or
in Westlake? The Promenade.
That's fine.
There's a Phil's in Thousand Oaks.
There's a Phil's Coffee. They have
room
great tea.
service is every time I think about like trendy right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right next to
room
Mother's.
Service right next to Mother's. Yeah.
Yeah. They have an amazing matcha if you're not into coffee. Do you
You're
like
going
matcha?
to kill me. I don't even really like matcha.
Oh my gosh. What do you drink in the morning? Do you drink Celsius?
Water.
Oh,
Water.
She's healthy.
Yeah. I get very healthy vibes from Cassidy, which is good.
I literally work out so I can eat. Like when I'm eating lunch, I'm thinking about dinner. I'm that type. Like I love a good meal.
Yeah.
So food, yes. Drinks, not my forte, but anything that's delicious.
Oh, I enjoy liquids.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated and sane.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I don't necessarily drink liquids that hydrate me. Unfortunately, I drink too many liquids that dehydrate me. So I have to, the whiskey does not, it's not a hydration method. So.
Well, Ojai is famous for their lavender lemonade. The Ojai Valley Inn.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Any good wine spots or like happy hour spots?
Guys, I'm so lame. I don't drink.
Yeah.
That's good. But I will say happy hour.
It's just,
happy hour at Farfalla, the Promenade in Westlake, 40% off their entire menu. Has to be the best happy hour in Conejo and Ventura County. Okay. 40% off the entire menu.
That's a good tip.
You cannot beat that.
And
Farfalla, Westlake.
Over there. Yeah.
Right by Marmalade, Warby Parker. There's an art house going in there. But 40% off, come on. Wow. And it gets pretty packed. People know.
Yeah.
So good. Great Italian food.
Good one.
Oh, all right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, but what about, are you looking at places that are not food though? I mean, you do really just kind of try to focus on food?
Oh, I try to focus mainly on real estate. Yeah. I mean, honestly, occasionally I'll post about food. Most of my content is real estate related.
Okay. All right.
If you look at my Instagram, I'll throw in food once or twice a week, maybe a few times a month. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at things like local parks, good hiking trails, just overall like the Ventura County lifestyle, the beach,
I was going to say best beaches.
Yeah, now that summer is coming up, my husband and I just got inflatable paddle boards. Super cheap on Amazon.
Nice.
And we went out with a bunch of our friends a couple weeks ago when it was warm out over on Silver Strand, right in the marina there. And it was so great. I'm like, this is a great Instagram post. Yeah. Like literally pop the paddle boards in your car, blow them up like right by Jersey Mike's and Blenders, and then pop them in the water a couple hours out there. It was great. Oh my gosh. I'm like, this is better than Newport. Like we're really so lucky to live here. It's gorgeous. The crowds are so low. It's special. It's beautiful. So that's my next Instagram thing. Once the weather clears up by the beach, because I get cold really easily, I'll do a paddleboarding post for sure.
Okay. All right.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah. I'll like it.
Please like, repost, subscribe, comment.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to comment. A like is plenty of an engagement.
Well, now they say the more somebody engages with your content, the more the algorithm will push it out. So if you share it, if you repost it, if you comment,
of course,
if you watch it 30 times for me,
we're all looking for engagement, right?
All looking for engagement.
Yeah, we're all looking for just human connection, I think, and there's this digital connection and
validation.
So I actually sometimes, and maybe it's all backwards, but I do like, if there's people I like on Instagram, I will engage with the content, not because I need to sit there and but I'm like, oh, I want to help them out.
Totally.
I want to help them out. And so I think any of us who are posting content, if you are listening to this, give us a like, and that just segues right into a plea to please subscribe to the show on whatever podcast channel you like. Yeah. Yes. And comment. Yeah. Rate,
share
review.
With your friends.
We love that. And also you can check it out on YouTube on our upmarket.media feed that's where it is, right? Yeah. And then we are upmarket.media across all social media. We even have TikTok. We have everything. Molly does all that for us.
Cross posting.
Yeah. And then I'm Reed Fish, LYSM, of course, on Instagram. And Katie Connolly, you are
Katie.Connolly.realtor on Instagram.
Yeah. Is the LYSM Love You So Much?
It is. I have another show. It's called I Love You So Much.
Aww.
Yeah. So,
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you. And then
it's not about food or real estate.
No, it's two dads getting better.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
It's good.
I just shared that with somebody, by the way.
Oh, good. I did in our Patreon this week. I just did, and when I was in Canada, I did a spin class. And so we're doing a new series of Reed Tries New Things. And so I did spinning and Molly filmed it.
Spin class is a workout. It's intense.
I understand now. And there's choreography and you got to sit and there's just someone.
You go to the cadence.
There's someone yelling at you. And and she was nice, but there was a lot of getting pumped up and and I broke my knee 4 times. I mean, it was it was a success. I think
you're going to tell all your photographers now when they shoot a house, don't forget to get the Peloton.
Get
the Peloton in the shot.
It was anyway. What was that all about? But where are we finding you?
Most importantly,
we've been talking about your social media the whole time. Where the heck do we even find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Cassidy Hiep, HIEP. Easiest way to find me.
Okay, Cassidy, and that's Cassidy with a C.
With a C.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and so Cassidy, have you done a lot of podcasts or no?
I think this is my second. The first one wasn't even real estate related.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so of course I can find a way to throw real estate into anything, but this is my first like real estate podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you acquitted yourself well. So I think your influencing career is just going to keep going crazy. And
well, don't forget I'm an agent first.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Let's be real. You can admit it here. No one listens to this. No, I'm kidding. Everyone listens to this. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on. And I'm looking for everyone, please follow Cassidy. I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on with her socials. And Molly, thank you for producing. Katie, thank you for co-hosting.
Thank you.
And Tessa, thank you for editing. I know you couldn't be here today in studio, but you will be editing. And thank you, of course, to everyone watching, everyone listening. Please do give us a subscribe and a like, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to come back. We'll have another episode next week.
See you next week.
I can't believe it.
Yes.
Love it.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys. This was fun.
Real VC is a production of Upmarket Media. This episode was produced by Molly Peart and edited by Tessa Nelson. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.